If you're trying to decide between an Intex above ground pool versus a Bestway above ground pool, I'm going to be going over all the differences, advantages, and disadvantages of each one, which one I like better. I've owned both of these pools, set them up numerous times, have years of experience with them, and there is one that I definitely like better that I think I would buy again. We're going to be covering the difference in cost, the look of it, the ease of setup, durability, the pump and filter, the pool cover, all kinds of things for us to look at. One of the first things you see is the difference of the look on the outside. The Intex pool, this is the rectangle pool, which I do like that rectangular shape. The Bestway pool has more of an oval shape to it, so that is just kind of a difference of your opinion which one you would like. I do like the rectangle pool setup. The pattern on the outside, the Intex, this is just a gray, which kind of blends in with everything. The Bestway pool does have a nice like wood slat pattern on it, which if you're, landscaping around it might help it kind of blend in a bit. The overall foot pattern of it, or the size of the pool, this Intex, you can get them in different sizes. This is the 18-foot long by 9-foot wide and 52 inches deep. So this Intex pool is a lot deeper than the Bestway pool. The Bestway pool is 22 feet long by 12 feet wide, but only 48 inches deep. So the Bestway pool has a larger footprint, a little bigger area, but the Intex pool is deeper. So depending what you're wanting, if you want more people in the pool and just more room to spread out, the Bestway might be the way to go. If you want a pool that you can kind of swim a little bit deeper, just a little bit higher on you, a little more water coverage, I guess, the Intex would be the way to go. But you can also order this Intex pool in different sizes. As I said, this is the 18-foot by 9-foot, 52-inch deep. I will be sure to include an Amazon link in the description below where you can order this exact pool and they will deliver it to your door. That is super handy. Now, the cost of the pool is obviously something to consider. One of the reasons I'm comparing these two pools is they are very similar in cost. At the time of the filming this, they were both around $900. Be sure to check out that Amazon link I have below, and you might be able to find it a couple $100s off. Sometimes they go on sale. We will get to some clear differences and advantages with one over the other, but as far as the setup, they're both really pretty similar in the setup, where one is not necessarily a lot harder than the other. They do have a slightly different design. Both of them have the side supports that kind of stick out at an angle, but on the ends, the Intex pool, the side supports go down at an angle where the Bestway comes straight down. The vinyl is on both pools is very durable. Never had any issue with the durability of that. Granted, I don't have dogs or anything like jumping up on it, scratching it, so that's not an issue, but this vinyl will last for years. Now, one area where we do start to see some differences is in just some of the hardware that comes with the Intex pool versus the Bestway. The Intex pool, it does come with metal clamps, which is a very nice feature because the clamps that come with the Bestway pool are the cheap little plastic clamps. They will last a few years, but eventually that'll be one of the failure points and one of the first things to fail on you. Another thing that I really do like about the Intex pool is you have your two outlet ports. Down at the bottom, there's a valve right here that you can turn this off to lock it so that no water will come out if you need to disconnect your filter for some reason. And then the same thing on the inlet. There's a shutoff valve, which is so handy. The Bestway pool does not have that. I think that's a nice feature that Intex has added. Another advantage with Intex is it has this little aeration port on the return port going back to the pool, and the aeration, it adds a little bit of air to the water as it's going back, and aerating water just helps keep it fresh, keeps it from becoming stagnant. As far as the tubing is very similar. This is exactly the same as the Bestway tubing. They both use this, clear plastic tubing on the outlet. This will last 3 years. By your 4th year, you're going to start to have a few little holes and leaks in it. At least that's what happened with me, depending on your sun exposure. If it's out in the direct sun a lot, breaks down the plastic a lot quicker. On the Intex pool, it does switch over to a heavier duty pipe all the way over to the pump and filter, and then the return line is a heavier duty plastic. So for the hardware and the tubing, the accessories, those shutoff valves, the advantage here definitely has to go to Intex. I do appreciate the metal clamps and those shutoff valves. Now onto the pump. The Intex pump has some advantages, but also some disadvantages. One thing I really like about the Bestway pool is there's a little leaf filter right here on this Intex. The Bestway pool has a much better leaf filter, leaf trap, that's easy to empty. So I'd have to give the advantage on the leaf trap to the Bestway pool. Now as far as the function of the pumps, the Bestway pump and the Intex pump, I can't really say that one performs better over the other. They both seem to have good flow through them. But honestly, I do prefer the Intex pump because it has this nice built-in timer. You can actually set it to run for the number of hours you want the pump to turn on. Bestway does not have that feature. I had to plug the Bestway pump into a separate manual timer to get my pump to turn on and off. So here I would definitely give the advantage to the Intex pump. Now on to the filters. Both of them have a nice sand filter, and honestly, they both work just fine. They have, filter capability, backwash, rinsing, all that. Honestly, no difference, no advantage. That's an even draw. Now, one of the biggest advantages of this Intex pool over the Bestway is the pool cover. The Bestway pool cover, honestly, is an absolute joke. This Intex cover fits nicely, has good tie-down areas, actually has built-in tie-down spots down near the braces on the bottom, seems to fit just fine. The Bestway cover, you can barely get it on, stretched tightly over the sides. There's no good way to tie it down, so Intex definitely gets the advantage on the cover. And just FYI, this is not in any way a paid sponsorship. Neither company have paid me to make these videos. I'm doing this on my own. It does help me out a lot if you guys like and subscribe to my videos. That helps out my channel so I can make more videos for you guys. And also check those links out in the description below. The Amazon links, it doesn't cost you any more to follow those links that I provide, but it does give me a little bit of commission, which helps me out as well. Thank you guys so much. Now, one small and subtle difference that I do really like on this Intex pool is it actually has two drain plugs, one on each side, where the Bestway pool only has one drain plug on one side. That's just a small difference, but hey, it's all those little things that add up that I do like. So overall, which pool would I choose? Honestly, I think I would choose the Intex pool over the Bestway pool. Nothing really wrong with the Bestway pool. There's just a lot of subtle differences of advantages that I like with this Intex pool. I would definitely order this again. Like if I had to do all over again, didn't own either pool, which one would I go out and purchase? I'd buy this Intex. The setup, those little features, the design, a little bit deeper, all those things. Be sure to check out that link in the description below. Thank you guys so much. Check out my next video right up here.